all about it.
You like a good rainy, miserable day for your birthday, huh?
Yeah, I do. It's not bad because then I don't have to go anywhere. Like, oh no, the road
Oh yeah, like that stopped you.
is. Oh no, it's terrible out.
I'm surprised you're not in your car right now finding school children with puddles and just run
Spoke of them?
right over.
Oh, they're all in
Fuck
school
you,
now.
children.
Those little shits are all in school.
Well, go to some school. Go to the school next door to you and just pull the fire alarm and get in your car. Now, all you kids just stay there. I gotta get in my car. Hold on.
Ooh,
Wait a minute.
so warm. I'm just taking off all my layers because I have the heat blasting.
You're taking off your birthday cake colored sweatshirt. Unbelievable.
Oh,
All right, let's start this show so we could so you can get back to eating what I would assume an entire spiral ham for your birthday.
oh, I wish.
That's
Oh
what
my
you-
God, no. But the husband did buy me a pie to eat for breakfast this morning, and I
Nice.
did eat half of a chocolate cream pie. It was amazing.
Chocolate cream pie.
Yeah, so
Wow.
good. If you,
Like a Boston
It's like-
cream pie?
it's like a chocolate cookie base with like chocolate pudding, and then just frost like whipped cream, and then like chocolate shavings.
I like the idea of your husband waking up and go, here's a fucking pie. Happy birthday.
He's like, last night I got home yesterday and he goes, I got you a pie for breakfast. And I was like, oh, he's like, wanted you to have something good for breakfast for your birthday.
Instead of celebrating like with a birthday cake or like a birthday pie later on tonight, here, eat this birthday pie for
Eat
breakfast.
this birthday pie. Well, yeah, because I eat cake all day, and he's like, we'll switch it up. We'll get you a
Get you
pie.
a pie. Something a little healthier, I guess, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Not really, because I think it's worse with this chocolate cookie. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I'm surprised you're not eating it on the show right now.
I already ate the entire thing.
Wait, you said half.
Well, it
You
was a
lied
half.
to our audience?
Okay, it was a half of a pie. So like he only got half of it instead of the whole
What a
thing.
fucking cheap bastard he is. He only bought you
Well,
half a pie?
No, because
Did
he also
eat
got
the
me
other half in the car?
probably, I don't know. He got two halves to make
Two
the whole.
halves. Put them on a whole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go.
Yeah, he has half and he's like in
Oh.
the car. Just
By the way, I got diabetes now.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to give me.
Yeah. Well,
It's like he wants he's like, we're gonna take your feet.
yeah. He's just trying to get rid of you quicker so he can have that
I
whole
don't-
room.
I don't blame him. I do not blame him. I'd get rid of me too.
He wants to just throw away all your shit and put more of his Pokemon stuff in there.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
of it. Oh,
Well,
now
he's trying to catch them all.
now he's back on collecting vintage video games, so that's a whole nother
Oh,
conversation.
that's fun. Does he want my Wii?
No,
I don't
no,
know.
I don't think anybody wants the Wii.
No, not even the Wii people.
Oh, we the
little people.
people do not the Wii.
Yeah, the little people. Hello and welcome to another episode of In a Pickle, the show that is dedicated to the less glamorous side of sports. I'm your host, Dave Houghton, and with me today, celebrating another trip around the sun, Sarah Raytalic. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Happy birthday. And this is the last time I say it because I've already said it 15 times to you.
That's fine. I've already emerged from the womb at this
Yeah.
time, so it's
Just
not
now.
really it's not really
just now.
happy. Yeah, I just came out.
Yeah.
Like,
Jesus, it's hot in there.
yeah. Ugh.
Did your mom call you yet?
She did not.
No, she probably won't
No,
because she
that's-
forgot. It's actually her least favorite day.
I don't blame her. I was
No.
I was a big baby, so and I came out with a
Still
full
are,
head of hair.
actually.
Yeah, actually I am. But now I just
I would
have
imagine
more
that you
skin.
came out with the same amount of hair as you have right
Yeah, I had so much hair.
now. Yeah.
My sister had convinced me that I was adopted, that I was an Eskimo baby, that my parents had taken and stolen from a native tribe because I
Yeah,
was
my
so
dad
hairy.
always said that they found me at a flea market. They bought a dresser and I was in the bottom drawer.
See,
Yeah.
the things that haven't given us trauma. No, we're fine.
Turns out he was right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I found the flea market. Well, whatever.
And now it's an Amazon building.
And now it's an Amazon building. R.I.P. movie theater in Revere. So how you doing? How's it going?
It's good. It's great. It's rainy.
Early in the show, we found out that you ate an entire half a pie,
I did.
which confused the hell out of a lot of people. So, I mean, what the hell, right?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
because Whole Foods sells pies in
Of
halves.
course they do, because they're uh, pretentious customers. Well, I
Right.
can't eat a whole pie.
I
What?
could eat a whole pie.
What would the golf community say about me if they found
I
out I ate a whole pie?
I could eat 7 whole pies.
Well, I guess
I'm just a bag of skin
I guess we know what you're doing after the show. Going to get another half pie.
on the
So,
toilet. I'm gonna
yeah.
eat it.
I think that's called the direct pipeline.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna spend my birthdays on the direct pipeline.
Yeah, that's fine. That's as you get older, that shit happens. So,
No pun intended, or
anyways, we got a show today. How you feeling about a show? Should we talk sports
let's
or you just
let's
want to
let's
talk about
talk
you
about.
shitting?
Yeah, I mean, either
Welcome to Shit
way.
Hour. I mean, it goes well with the theme of the show. The show is
Oh,
shit.
this
So,
show is such shit.
I mean,
Oh,
I don't
good
know
Lord.
how if
How are we here?
we had sponsorship, they would totally just be like, yeah, we're good.
We need like Depends to sponsor us.
Yeah. You want to listen
Or
to a shitty show?
Cottonelle.
Here you go. Yeah.
Cottonelle could sponsor us. That would be
Yeah,
glorious.
we need that bear that
Oh my God.
wipes
And
his
he's
ass
like,
on the tree.
you've got little things on your booty.
You got
The little,
dingleberries. Why don't we
yeah.
just say it? Just say it. We know what it is.
Yeah.
Dingleberries.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You know?
I don't know
Blueberries,
why.
dingleberries, strawberries, whatever.
I don't know why. I don't. I'm
Ah,
not in marketing. Okay, let's get into this
let's get into
rewind.
it. Yeah,
Because if we're gonna talk about dingleberries, let's
yeah.
do this.
I mean, it's raining out, so the internet's going to be spotty. So we're already going well over the fact that we may or may not have internet soon. So,
Right.
all right, let's kick it off with the rewind.
We're
What's going on here? Another
uh,
day.
another day, another week, another addition to the Shannon Sharpe story.
This is like a soap opera.
This is unfolding to be even more of a dumpster fire than my life.
Yeah.
Um, so last week, Lanny Davis, who is Sharp's attorney, disclosed during a media conference that Sharp had offered at least $10 million to settle the claims
Because that's what you
about
do.
him.
That's what you do when you're innocent, right?
Right. And everyone's like, okay, what are we doing here? Because if you're gonna pay it off, there's some kind of something there.
Yeah.
And the whole internet's going wild about it. Like, how are you gonna pay? Like, it's not even like $1 million.
Right.
It's $10 million you're offering to pay. The math don't math.
Right.
So his attorney is like, no, 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 like he's just trying to make the claims go away because it's blackmail and blah, blah, blah. And he is innocent, and that's why he's not giving the whole 50 million. But if he's innocent, then let it be proved in the court of law, if that's the
His,
case.
his I'm looking up Lanny Davis right now. His list of people that he has represented through time is incredibly impressive. He served as special consulate for President Clinton back in 96, I believe. And then he was hired by Michael Cohen, who was he was part of the whole Trump thing.
Hmm.
And
Yep.
then he later had he represented Cohen during his tax fraud thing. And he's got, I know we mentioned it last week, but like Harvey Weinstein, um, Dan Snyder, Gene Upshaw, Trent Lott, like holy shit, man. This guy's not cheap.
No.
And now Shannon Sharpe. And he also represented Martha Stewart when she was going away for tax fraud.
She did her time.
Yeah, and like, wow, he's got to be a hefty price
Oh,
tag.
he has to be. So imagine you're paying him, and then you're like, well, I want to settle this to go away so I can try to have redeem some of my life.
Yeah.
And you offer out 10 million. And also, why is your lawyer disclosing this information to the public at the same point in time?
Well, you want a little side on this? Do you know why he's exposing this? And I bet you if we dug deep enough into who the writer is on the sports websites, his son, Davis, is a writer for The Athletic. So he's
Oh,
probably
shit.
leaking it to his son first, so The Athletic gets the story first.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So his son
Oh,
is Seth Davis is an analyst for CBS men's college basketball, NBA TV, and he writes for The Athletic, and he's a former writer for Sports Illustrated magazine. So that
wow.
this
Nepo,
actually, yeah,
Nepo,
yeah, right,
Nepo, Nepo.
absolutely, absolutely is a nepo baby. He also wrote a bunch of books that do not look interesting. So,
No. I
so there
mean,
you go. That's what it is. It's almost like insider trading,
right.
give or take. You know, Dad, you're
The,
representing Shannon Sharpe. This is a big story. I need
I
you to
need
tell me
it.
the first dibs.
Gimme,
You know,
gimme, 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 gimme,
yeah,
gimme, 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 gimme. Money, please.
right, right.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we discussed a couple weeks ago about Panarin and that whole sentiment thing. And if you're paying that sentiment, there's some kind of guilt there. So this holds true the same way. Like, I understand that he wants to get back on ESPN. He wants to get his career back. He wants to do all this shit. But if you are truly innocent at all costs,
yeah,
then you wouldn't be paying a fucking dime. You would
right.
just let it ride out and you would just keep your fucking mouth shut. And that's also the problem too, is that Shannon Sharpe's not keeping his mouth shut. He keeps sticking his foot in his mouth, and it's just making it worse for him.
Yeah, I mean, guys like that can't keep quiet, so they constantly have to redeem themselves. I guess you would say by proclaiming their innocence. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, no, no, not
Right,
me, not
not
me. You
me.
know,
The more
hey,
you do it,
remember,
the
I'm
guiltier
innocent.
you are. The
Yeah,
more you do it, the guiltier you are. Like that's what it
100%.
is.
And I don't want to start a fire here, but
Do it. I like fires.
Karen Reed, she keeps
Karen
saying she's
Reed
innocent.
is
I told you I didn't want to start a fire.
cat. The science, sir. The science. Dude, we're going into day 9 of trial today. I am so fucking pumped. Jennifer McCabe is off to How's Long to Die in the Cold. Yeah. The fact that his whole okay, I can't. I can't.
How long
The
does it take to die
science
in the
doesn't
cold?
science. I don't know. Ask Jen McCabe, who Google searched it at 10:23 a.m. from the comfort of her bed.
On
And then
Karen Reed's phone?
on her own phone. On her
Uh,
own phone. They didn't
is
Karen
that the name
Reed
of the
did
episode? How long does it take to die in the snow?
How's long to die in
How's
cold?
long? How's long?
How's it's
How's
2
long?
or 2:27 a.m. was the Google text. They're all home. Karen Reed's home sleeping, and she doesn't call everybody until 5 something a.m. Like John didn't come home last night. Dude, the science doesn't
All
add
right,
up.
all right. Karen Reed. All right, all right. Karen Reed hour, everybody.
If you're
So,
not following it, follow it.
all
It
right, so
just seems
she might be
crazy.
innocent, but Shannon Sharp
She
seems
is
guilty.
innocent. The cops killed him and left him
Yeah.
in the snow. Go on.
Yeah. You're like 5 seconds away from a cabin right now. You know? Like, is that the name of the episode? A cab? I don't think we can name the episode that. All right.
No, no, I'm off the rails. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah, you want. Well, it's your birthday. You're allowed to do anything. That's my gift. That's my
Yay!
gift to you. You could be off the rails.
Okay, I'm a bag of skin. Let's go.
All right.
That's
So,
the
all
name of the
right. So,
episode. Sarah's a
again,
bag of skin.
again, 10 million on an innocent plea seems
I don't
guilty to
buy
me.
it.
Yeah.
Don't buy it whatsoever.
And honestly, if ESPN, after all this is said and done, and whatever happens to Shannon Sharp happens, if ESPN brings him back, that is the worst look for that
For
network.
ESPN,
Yeah.
correct.
That
Yeah.
is a
They won't.
no.
I don't think they will. I really don't. Because now, if he had just gone through the motions and like this was playing out like it was playing out,
Yeah.
if he didn't make this attempt to settle, I think it could be on the table for ESPN. But now that he's made this attempt, I think that there's a little bit of a eyebrow raise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you break it down, I mean, ESPN is owned by the Disney
Disney
network, and they do not need any kind of scandals. So
more than
they
they've
are
already had.
they are scandalous free. Or they could just have Mickey Mouse go and kill this broad. Who knows? You
I
know?
mean, was it Mickey Mouse part of the whole pandemic?
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck the pangolin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how we're here.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right. So yeah, in my eyes, Shannon Sharpe guilty, and uh, you know, hopefully justice is served, but I absolutely doubt it.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna pay off this 10 million. This girl's gonna remain quiet, and then like five more people are gonna come out. He'll pay them, and then
Yeah.
hopefully
I
we'll never
mean,
hear from him again.
the fact that he just paid out the settlement for the chick that he choked out
Right.
at Fox. So, I mean,
Right.
he clearly
That
pays
was
out settlements.
undisclosed. Was that an
That was,
undisclosed amount?
yeah, that was an
Yeah.
undisclosed amount.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which has to be in the ballpark of this.
Correct.
Yeah. I would
And there were
probably
witnesses to that.
right. So
Yeah.
he's got a history of violence. I mean,
Who doesn't?
surprise.
Yeah.
Football player has a history of violence. Whoa.
Oh no, so shocked.
Speaking of football players with histories, there's
Oh
a
boy.
former NFL MVP who doesn't know how to party correctly.
No.
Yeah.
Party all the time.
Yeah.
Party all the time. Let's get into this news. Yes, we're gonna discuss the most confused look in a mugshot.
Yeah.
He looks so confused. Like surprised.
IAPradio.com to check out that mugshot.
Like a surprise confusion.
Yeah. Oh, you
So
found me?
like,
How
oh,
did I get here?
what?
Yeah.
Oh, so Adrian Peterson, who is no new name in any sort of criminal anything,
Famous
or
for beating his kid with a switch.
and also famous for not paying for his kids.
Well, if you're going to
Either
beat him,
way,
you might as well not pay for him.
correct. So he had a fun night last week. He attended the Minnesota Vikings draft party as a special guest. He was doing all these interviews on radios and talking to all sorts of people. Um, but on his way home, he was pulled over, and this was at 3:20 a.m. He was pulled over by a state trooper after he was clocked at going 83 in a 55. He was asked to do a breathalyzer because the officer was like, shit ain't right here.
Yeah.
You are. Because he had a confused, surprised look on his face. I have the feeling that that face was stuck on his face since he was like driving. Like, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he registered a blood alcohol content of 0.14.
That is, I read it last night. That's called a fourth degree DWI.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. 1-4.
That is
And
amazing.
yeah, my liver hurts just saying that again.
Yeah. I
The
mean,
legal limit is 0.08 for
right. For anybody
yeah,
playing
for
at home.
anyone. Yeah. Yeah, my liver
Wow.
hurts. Yeah.
Like,
He was
that is a lot
It's a
of,
lot of that's
I mean,
yeah.
I'm
No wonder
looking
why
up
he had
the,
a surprise look because they told him the amount that he blew and he was like, oh.
he's like, oh, I bet I could do better.
He does it again. He's
I could do more.
0.16 and he's like, I got this.
Um, so there is a, I don't know where this is. Oh, this is Massachusetts. If you blow a level 4, it's an automatic, it's supposed to be an automatic 4 months in
Yeah.
prison.
I feel that there's something. Well, here's the big difference is we're also talking about Minnesota, right? So
Right.
he's pulled over in Minnesota. It's it's not as overly populated as it is here.
Yeah,
Like it is spread out a lot more.
right,
However, I will be intrigued to see how this plays out because it is a huge safety situation, especially the speed that he was traveling at. If he was pulled over and he was just inebriated, right? They'd
right,
be like, okay, you were driving drunk, but you were in the speed limit. So, like, you had a sense of awareness and you were trying to be cautious, not defending drunk driving in any way. I'm just saying that in the court of law on how to look at things.
right.
Because his alcohol tolerance could be very different. So they'll do the weight and they'll do the toxicology and they'll do all this blood serum testing to see. Um, but the fact that he was going 83 and a 55 and blew a .14 is
Right.
not like that's if he had hit anybody,
Oh,
they're
Jesus.
instantly dead.
They would have just evaporated into the road. I mean, that is wild.
Right.
Uh, it's definitely it's a borderline misdemeanor charge
Hmm.
if anything. According to Minnesota DUI laws, if you blow between a .16 to a .20, you're triggered for a misdemeanor charge. Obviously, he's 2 points lower than that, but
Right.
I mean,
Who knows?
if
Because
you
they could
factor in the
throw the
speeding
factors.
charge, yeah,
Exactly. That's where things are going to get very hairy for him, is
yeah,
that speeding charge that's being thrown in. Because if the trooper wasn't there to catch him speeding and
yeah,
pulled him over, we don't
right,
know what could have happened. It could have been far worse.
yeah,
He could have killed somebody else and or himself. So that's where we're at. So yeah, he was booked into Hennepin County Jail a wee bit after 5 a.m. And on Friday, April 25th, he was released in the morning. Because, yeah, oh no, that's all the same day. I'm like doing the math of like 3 a.m. to 5. Nope, that's all the same day. So
yeah.
yeah, April
He got
25th.
out pretty fast. I mean, you got
Correct.
arrested at 3:20, you're out of jail by 7:30.
He's like, lawyer up,
Yeah, you know.
lawyer up. Yeah. And he was released on a $4,000 bail. He was charged, as we just discussed, with a fourth degree driving while impaired.
Yeah.
And he will be back in court on May 9th. So he'll be
Hmm.
back this week.
Yeah. All right. So next episode we will have the verdict of what's going to happen to him. I'm going to guess that it will be a fine and a little slap on the wrist because Minnesota, I I don't think they're gonna do anything to him
I
because
don't know. They might
he's like
make I don't know.
their star, like their baby.
But is he? I
No,
mean, I'm a Randy Moss girl, so
yeah, but is Randy Moss welcomed back in Minnesota?
I think Randy Moss is welcome everywhere.
Yeah, Randy Moss is welcomed on this show. Randy, if you're listening, please give me a call.
Randy can do what he wants, where he wants, when he wants.
If any, well, it is your birthday.
It's Randy.
I'm sure your husband will give you the hall pass. All right. So let's stick with the football for a minute.
Let's do
Listen,
this.
there is a solid reason why I didn't mention any of this on any of our social media accounts. I didn't talk about it with you because I knew eventually you would talk about this, and I needed someone to explain this to me.
Okay.
All right.
So I will explain it, and then I'll also explain like a little update that I was reading last night after I had sent this to you.
All right.
So I have waited because I was like, all right, there's gonna be some backlash, there's gonna be this, there's gonna be that. And I didn't want to just jump on the beaten bandwagon. Um, Billy B, good old Billy Belichick, right?
Oh, Bill Belichick,
Um,
how I love you.
he did
Shout out
an
to CTE.
right, gotta get that.
Yeah.
Stay sticking with the theme of football.
Yeah.
So he was interviewed with did an interview with CBS Sunday Morning, which didn't go very well. Um And first and foremost, out the gate, I was confused by this because this seemed so out of character.
Right. The man who famously tried to avoid the media for 25 years in his NFL career decided to sit down with CBS Sunday morning.
Makes no sense to
It
me.
makes no sense at all. But
So,
when you look at the background of it,
correct. Then you can say,
I want to be famous too, Daddy. I mean,
right?
Billy. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So during this interview, the interviewer, interviewer,
Interviewer.
yeah,
Belichick
had
would be the interviewee.
interviewee,
Yeah.
yes. The interviewer had asked Bill how he had met his girlfriend, Jordan Hudson. Because, there's all sorts of questions like, how did they meet each other?
I
Like,
picked her up from the hospital after she was born.
yeah, I was like, yeah, this little nugget just kept her in my basement.
Yeah.
Um, and Hudson, who was on set, immediately shut it down. She was like, we're not talking about that. And it was just like,
Why? That's the biggest story in Bill
correct.
Belichick's life right now. It's not the fact that he
Nobody,
got hired at UNC.
no,
Nobody gives
nobody
a shit
cares
about that.
about
Oh,
that
wow, he
shit.
got another job. No, we want to know how this 70-year-old man bagged a 25-year-old.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's what we all want to know. And we've discussed in the past like they've reconnected while on a flight somewhere, this, that, and all this bullshit, but
She needed
whatever.
help opening up her fucking apple juice.
Yeah, she was trying to learn how to open a bank account and he took her when she was
Yeah.
12.
We're on to the bank.
Yep.
All right. I'm
So
sorry. I'm
they're
done.
doing
I'm
this
done.
interview and this was supposed to be okay. So Billy B's doing this media interview for the new book he has coming out. So he's trying to promote his new book. The title of that, The Art of Winning Lessons from My Life in Football. And Belichick is claiming that he had discussed prior. So now he's claiming this after the interview. He said that the publishing team, him and the publishing team had discussed that it would only be about the book. It's going to be about the book's contents and everything with some lessons from the book, blah, blah, blah. That was solely what it was supposed to be.
Right.
And CBS came back and was like, no, no, no. That is incorrect. It was a wide-ranging interview. Like, why would we ever just sit down with Bill Belichick and talk about his fucking book?
Right. Because in hindsight, nobody gives a shit about the book.
Nobody gives a shit about the book. Everybody wants to talk about the core thing right now, which is you and your child bride.
Right.
So that's what people want to discuss. And there's been conversations everywhere now of how they really did meet. And it's something where people are assuming that she's his caretaker because she is everywhere with him.
Yeah.
She's been at all the coaching things. She's been at the combine, whatever they do for the recruiting things for um colleges. Like she's been fucking everywhere.
I like the fact that we think like looking back at it now, we were like everybody was like, "Oh, Bill Belichick's such an asshole when he's on the media. He's just like, he's mean, he's ignorant, he's just like this. He's just autistic now,
Correct.
and like
It's
he
come
needs a
out.
caretaker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's full blown like I pick up what he's putting down because I got the tism a bit.
yeah.
So
Everybody has
yeah.
autism.
So I'm like, I can see it, Bill. I see you. I see you as a real human.
Yeah,
Like, but now he's got this caretaker. But the internet has been such a wild place. And allegedly, Billy B used to assist in recruiting the cheerleaders.
what?
I said the same thing. So this could be a conspiracy theory. However, I saw it in like four different places. But I
So
mean,
Billy B
again,
was just a horn dog, huh?
no, Billy B, who this is actually a genius move, if this is true,
Yeah.
would recruit the cheerleaders because other teams would never suspect the cheerleaders while the cheerleaders are on the field watching their plays.
Oh, it's another form of
So,
cheating.
correct, they were the spies.
Oh my God. Cheerleader gate.
Correct.
Wow.
So I
Whoa.
went on a deep dive about that and was like, oh, like he did have say in the cheerleaders. He also um was all about the cheerleaders' rights and making sure that
Fucking Billy B.
the cheerleaders had a very strong salary. So he was a huge advocate for the cheerleaders and I'm like, yeah, no shit because he was having them cheat for him, like allegedly
Right,
for
right, right,
him.
right.
Because, like, again, no other team is going to suspect the cheerleaders who are warming up and stretching onto the side of the field.
Wow. Imagine if this really was true and came out.
Dude,
Wow. You want to talk about conspiracy? That is
correct.
great.
As a great conspiracy. Now,
Wow.
there
I
are,
applaud you. That is breathtaking. I
listen,
love a good conspiracy.
if it's on the internet, it must be true.
Wow.
Um, Now, reports have come out that Belichick is trying to partner up with a PR firm to help diffuse the bad press that he's had as of recent for this interview and trying to put out fires and try to do all those things, which also surprises me too because I feel that the Billy B we know really wouldn't give a fuck.
Right.
So all of this seems so suspect to me. Is it her that's like, no, we need to get you a PR firm. No, we need to do XYZ, which then makes me go back to the caretaker.
Right. Wow.
It's a whole lot. It's a
Is
lot.
I'm sorry. I might have missed something, but is she what is her name? Jordan?
Jordan Hudson,
Is she a former cheerleader for the
she is
Patriots?
a former cheerleader for the Patriots.
All right. All
And the
right.
and the fact that she's always with him at football meetings and
Mm,
practices makes you go, huh.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think we have stumbled onto something here in a pickle. This is something that I would like to
Dive into more.
really dive into more and really just devote the entire show to figuring out if if the cheerleaders are now we're now spies.
We might have to do that. And can I'm gonna
Wow.
have the board behind me and be like Pepe Silver,
Wow.
strings all over the place. Pepe Silver, he doesn't exist. No, Charlie, these people are real and they're wanting their mail.
Oh, I fucking love that show so much. It's so
Dude, I
good.
just watched The Damon Cometh Again.
Yeah,
And
it's
the
great.
poor waitress, she's just like, are you done? Will you
Yeah.
marry me? And she's like, no, I will not marry you.
Wow. Unbelievable. I just I don't understand why. Like I know like he's trying to sell a book, right? I know that. But like
Which also seems out of character and context for the
right, like
most part.
who told him to write a book? Like that doesn't seem like something that he'd be into. Hey Bill,
No,
you know what you should do now that you're retired, semi-retired? You should write a book because you're so good with media.
words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see this. Chapter one, on to birth.
Yeah.
Chapter two, on to preschool. Chapter three,
On to
on
chapter
to,
4.
yeah, on to kindergarten.
That's it. It's
Yeah.
just on to this. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole book is just on to
Yeah.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Definitely something that we're gonna look into.
I think
And
she may have wrote the book, like she ghost wrote it under his name,
she
and
had to.
she had to have, and that she's trying to. I mean, but she also has money, so she
Yeah, she
owns
had
all
a
these
great contract while she was
properties.
cheerleading.
Yeah, because she was a spy,
Well,
bitches.
did you say that there was something that came out last night?
Yeah, that he's worked like it's was out this week over the weekend that he's trying to hire a PR firm
Oh,
to
a PR firm. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
to try to make this
Her shut up.
situation. I think it's a little bit of everything.
Wow.
He
It's
hasn't even coached one game yet, and this is where we're at.
I know. I know. He's turned into that like annoying story that's always talked about, and you're like, all right, I like this is why I didn't really read into any of this shit because I knew eventually we would talk about it on the show, and like I just didn't want to bother myself with like Bill Belichick gossip.
Well, I think now that
Like
there's
now I'm
so
fully
much stuff,
engrossed.
now that there's so much more that came out of it in the last few weeks,
Yeah,
because I waited too. I was like, I don't give a shit that she butt in. I don't care this and that. But now that there's more stuff that's starting to come out where people are genuinely going, okay, let's get some string here and figure out these dots and these
yeah,
timelines and how, and it's like, oh, Bill Belichick recruited her? Oh.
yeah,
He recruited the cheerleaders? Oh, Spygate?
yeah. This is
Oh,
good. This is really good.
what? A lot of people are
Yeah,
questioning.
I'm in this. I'm in
You're
this.
invested.
I'm invested. I'm gonna take this ball and run with it. All right, let's switch gears for a
Oof.
minute. Let's go to baseball. Sarah, I have a serious question for you.
Yep.
Is there something cursed at PNC Park in
Dude, this
Pittsburgh?
year has been
I feel like we have talked
every
about
week.
not the Pittsburgh Pirates,
No,
but
just the
PNC Park.
PNC in
I mean, I know you
itself.
recently visited PNC, but like you had the Clemente fiasco where Sun Cruiser took over the wall. You had the Bucko Brick fiasco, and now we have this where this guy falls off the wall. He falls
Yeah.
21 feet, and I mean, we all saw the video.
We
Looks like he
I
landed on his fucking neck.
yeah, I watched it over and over again to try to figure it out.
Oh,
So,
so you were the 34,000 viewers on our
yeah,
YouTube page?
I did. I kept watching it over and over
Okay.
again. Well,
I was wondering, I
because,
was like, wow, this video exploded on us, like
well,
on our YouTube
I
page.
wanted to make sense of it because
Yeah,
it makes no
it
sense
doesn't
to
make any
me.
sense.
So,
My
what,
wife watched it. She's like, what? It just looks like he jumped out of his seat onto the field.
yeah, that's what it looks like. So,
Yeah.
at first viewing, it's okay. First and foremost, for anyone who missed it last week, a fan at a Pittsburgh Pirates versus Cubs game took a wee bit of a tumble in the right field. Yeah, and by tumble I mean took a 21-foot drop where he flipped twice in the air and then hit the ground hard.
Yeah. Caven Markwood is this individual who fell 21 feet
Yeah.
onto his neck onto the field. And if you go to iapradio.com and check out our YouTube page, the video is up there as well. It looks honestly like I don't know the play that was involved,
So it
but
was
nobody
a
was moving. He was the only one that moved. I personally think that it was a streaking incident gone wrong because he did have
so
his shirt off.
not
Unless he fell out of his fucking shirt. I don't know.
no, they had to take his shirt off him to put him on the
Oh, because it doesn't look like he's wearing a shirt
No,
when
he
he
has a
fell.
shirt on.
Oh, okay. All
Again,
right.
I've watched it so many times.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so this was during an RBI double. Then if you look around, everyone is celebrating. He's there
Okay. Maybe I'm
with
watching the wrong video.
okay, he's there with it's three of his friends, so there's four of them, right?
Yeah.
And they're in the front row of the right field wall.
Yeah.
The way it looks to me is that he had his legs up on the wall and then went to stand to celebrate and cheer, but didn't put his feet down first. Like the computer was off in his brain to his feet.
So
So
he
he
went to stand up and forgot to put his feet down?
and forgot to put his feet down and stood up and then flipped because the way he flips initially makes it look like, yeah, his feet were stuck and he flipped.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, and
Because
that's where I thought he was streaking was because he was jumping from the seat to the field and that's a 21-foot drop. If he landed on his feet, it definitely would have broke
Broke
his.
both of his legs.
Yeah.
Done.
But I mean, obviously, when you've been drinking a little, you don't really put math out there.
And
You
that's
know.
why, so there's a lot of conversations now about, well, was he intoxicated? Was he not?
Yes.
And yes, another spectator who wasn't with the friends were like, no, he wasn't. And then another one was like, yes, he was. Like other fans were like, no, he was definitely hammered.
Yeah.
And
Trust
then
me,
they
if
were,
you're with four of your friends at a baseball game, there is a 98% chance that you were hammered.
and then they ran all their credit cards, and one of the friends bought booze 4 times. Now, here's the thing with PNC. They have self-serve. It's all self-serve beers.
Yeah.
And we're not talking like
Fenway has a couple of those areas
they
too.
have a couple of those, but you can usually only buy two.
Hmm.
With the self-serve, there's nobody there. It's not like we have in Fenway where people are checking you. They don't even fucking check your ID.
At
It's
PNC, they don't even check you to go
it
in.
was something like they when the last time my sister and I went and did it, like they didn't even check our ID. They were like, "Yeah, you're fine."
Really? Well,
Yeah.
maybe because you went there 6 times. They were like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!
They're
All
like,
right,
"Oh,
come on in."
fine." But
Yeah,
like you don't have to pop
two
the top
assholes in Expos
expo
jerseys. Come on in.
shirts.
Yeah.
But they're the tall boys.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
They're the fucking tall
Hey, man,
boys.
you got to bang for your buck.
I get it, but I'm just trying to explain that like you go to the self-serve and they
Yeah.
said that one of the friends went and purchased alcohol 4 times.
Okay.
Now, we don't know if he bought 4 beers 4 times or if he bought 8 beers 4 times.
Right.
Because it's something where if he's there and he's got his boys with him and he's like two, 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 and he's buying the rounds,
Yeah.
then that's do that
That's a
math.
great friend because that's over $300 right there.
Correct. Correct.
Wow.
So, and those are fucking, again, they're fucking tall
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're everywhere. The beer stations are fucking everywhere. And there's no lines. So it's like in and out, and then you just down your beer and you're good to go.
Yeah. Right.
But they were trying to say, oh, so he only had 2 beers during the game. And I'm like, mathematically, as someone who has gone to so many games with so many different people, I have unintentionally had at least 4 beers
Yep.
during a game because every time you go, you get two.
Right.
So I'm like, mathematically, if it was 4 times and there's 2 beers per person per time, that's 8 beers,
Yeah. 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 No.
right?
No. No.
Two, four,
Absolutely.
6, 8. Yeah, that's 8 beers during
Because
the
you
course
also
of the
don't want to
game.
you don't want to be bothered by getting a like you're at the game, you're enjoying yourself. Like it's the first inning, you grab 2 beers right away because you don't want to get up. You want to watch the game. And then
Right.
in the third, fourth inning, you got to go pee. While I'm here, I might as well get two more
Might as well
beers.
get more.
Yeah, and
Right.
then you already broke the seal, so now every inning you got to go pee. Well, I'm here,
And
might as
grab
well
a
get two more
beer.
beers. Next thing you
Correct.
know, you had 15 beers and you get your shirt off in the bleachers.
And you get your legs up and you're doing fucking flips.
Yeah, you're in the red seat at Fenway Park going, I don't understand how far this ball went. You
It's
know?
true.
I think it's fake, but whatever. That's another story.
That's a different
That's a
conspiracy
different
conversation.
conspiracy. Whatever.
Yeah, so he
This light is making my neck look super fat. I think
well
I'm my
just keep the
chances.
mic in front of you.
Well, yes, thank you. Well, thanks for telling me that I'm not that fat, but whatever. Happy birthday.
I don't know what the fuck you want from me for a spot. Don't do that. Your neck looks huge when you do
Oh, no,
that.
really? Ah, damn it.
Don't ever do that. Do you want me to take a picture of it and send it to you?
No, no. Do I look like Alfred Hitchcock?
Well, you look like
The
you didn't have
silhouette.
a chin.
Because I don't think I do anymore. I think I'm giving up.
Just don't do it from the side. Don't ever do it from
Anyways,
the sides.
Caven Markwood,
Way to fucking deflect, sir.
yeah, who is probably a very fit individual and will recover. Maybe what has he? Is he still in the hospital?
He's still in
What's?
the
Yeah,
hospital.
okay.
He's
Did he break
fine.
his neck?
We don't know fully. The family just said
Ah,
that he is awake and he is responsive and he is talking. And that is all that they've released at this time, which I mean, why do you want to talk about it? Like everyone's seen the video like of
Yeah.
your child fucking
Falling.
smashing their face off the ground
Yeah.
and smashing it fucking hard.
Yeah.
I mean, in 30 years you'll look back and go, right? But like right now it's like, oof,
Yeah.
you could have died.
Yeah. In
And
30 years,
maybe
you'll look back and go, Jesus Christ, was I an alcoholic?
right. And the thing is
Allegedly.
him if he I want to say he was under the influence because when you're drunk and your body is just so like blah and limp,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't tense up. So the fact that we haven't had full reports of broken bones and shit like that yet, even more so makes me believe that he was drunk. The fact that he survived it after the
Yeah.
way he fell is like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It
It's like
is.
how a
It's
drunk driver survives a car crash.
well, excuse me. It is like pretty gruesome because there have been falls in the past. Like I remember, it's got to be 10 plus years ago now, when the firefighter was with his son at the Texas Rangers
Oh my
Stadium,
God,
and he
yes.
fell in that weird gap between
Right,
the
between
outfield wall and the thing, and he landed on his neck and
yeah,
died trying to catch a
yeah,
foul ball. Like, that shit is it's sad when that shit happens. But you know, it seems like this guy is well, I mean, he's still alive, and I mean,
he's
he's
still
not
alive.
in
He's
a coma
awake.
or anything.
Yeah,
Um,
he's responsive. I mean,
yeah,
they're going to be full on investigating him and the situation because you got fucking liabilities and insurance and
yeah,
like if he's if he was intoxicated, then the family can't go after the park for insurance coverage,
right.
Does PNC now have to review their liabilities, like no feet on the wall, like
It's not so much a feet on the wall thing. It should be a limit to how many. No, could you'll never be able to figure that out. I was gonna say like if they're not doing a two drink per minimum thing there, I mean, you know what? Maybe they just need to hire a little bit more alcohol compliance supervisors, where people just walk around and like Fenway has it. I know TD Garden has it where the
yeah,
Bruins and Celtics play. There's people just walking around all day in yellow shirts that say alcohol compliance. They're just checking you to see if you're like super fucked up. I
right.
mean, it's shit that's going to slip past the guard anyways. It's just one of those things. It's an accident. I mean, it just sucks that it happened on Sun Cruiser Lane, formerly Roberto Clemente Way, you know, because that area of the park has taken such a hit lately. But I
It's
mean,
true.
there is, yeah, I guess there's ways around it, but I mean, also, it's a business. You're not going to limit someone's alcohol intake unless they're just a fucking puddle. I don't know. It's such a weird gray area because like
Right.
you're trying to make money, and then the person who's spending money on the beer, I mean, they're having a good time. I don't know. I think it's just a freak accident. Like, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he didn't compute like his feet were up. It was a good play. He's a very passionate Pirates fan. The Pirates should be honored,
He
to have such a
flips for them.
yeah, he flips out for him. I mean, I think the Pirates could probably save face and maybe chip in for his medical bills. Without
Dude, they
actually,
can't they're poor.
well, without
They're
having any well, they're cash rich with the amount of fucking alcohol these four guys got. I mean, $25 a beer times eight.
No, I want to say when I bought I think it was 35 for two beers.
Okay, $35 for two beers. I mean, that's
Was that it? No, I think that wasn't at PNC. But I want to say it was the same. It was at PBG.
you can literally buy a keg for $47. I mean, it's a shit beer, but you can buy a keg. That's 155
Here I
beers in a keg.
come, rolling in my
All
keg
right.
to Fenway.
Joe from Generation Mixtape still finds Bud Light party balls places. I don't know where, but I mean, yeah, shout out to Joe, gmtpod.com. All right. We'll find out. We'll
We'll
find out
we'll
what
find
happened.
out. We'll find out more. They're gonna investigate it. We'll know, and
I just think I just personally think the Pirates should get ahead of this and just be like, hey, we're gonna take care of your bills. Don't sue us.
I don't think they're gonna get sued.
No, I
'Cause
don't think they can get sued. I think
they
it's just. I
can't.
also hope they don't put some fucking stupid glass petition up by the rails and then it's dirty and you can't see the game. I mean,
No, I think that what they'll do is they'll fill in the gaps where people would fit their feet.
yeah.
So
All
then
right.
it would just be a higher foot up.
Maybe, maybe, or do nothing and ignore it. And,
It's kind of what I like to do.
I mean, the players took a knee. That's pretty nice of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, who hasn't taken a knee?
yeah. Okay. All right, Sarah. Who is this week's biggest pickle? Confused by that.
This week,
What are you talking about?
this week's biggest pickle, Fred Curley.
I sort of kind of remember this gentleman.
You remember? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the Olympic runner who was arrested in Florida, like after the police told him to go around the block because they were doing an investigation and he didn't want to
Yes,
walk
yes,
around the block
yes.
because his
That's
car was
right.
there. And then he got into a um confrontation with
Right.
yeah. So
Yeah.
he's this week's biggest pickle.
Now, did he have another confrontation with police?
No, he did not. However, he did have a confrontation.
Hmm.
Yeah, his fist had a confrontation with his ex-girlfriend's face.
Oh, okay. So he's just a absolute asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Because if
Yeah,
he's fighting with the cops because his car is on the road where they're doing an investigation, and then he goes ahead and punches his girlfriend,
yeah,
ex-girlfriend.
ex-girlfriend
Even
who,
worse, it's your
yeah,
ex-girlfriend. Like you guys don't have
ex-girlfriend,
anything together anymore. Leave her alone.
and she's a fellow Olympian, Alicia Johnson. Let me throw it out there.
Right.
Allegedly
Allegedly.
punched her in the face during an interaction at a Dania Beach hotel ahead of a local track and field meet. So they're going to run into each other because they're both in this
I see
profession.
what you did there. Nice pun.
Um, so they're both going to have that happen,
Yeah.
and here we are. Like, there's gonna be a fisticuff.
Right.
So this happens at this hotel. He gets arrested. Then he's released and granted on $1,000 bond. And the judge orders him to stay away from her, stay away from the hotel, and just fucking go home. Just fucking stay there. Do
Right.
nothing.
Run your ass home.
Right.
Yeah.
And Richard Cooper, who is Curly's attorney, released a statement that Curly was attacked during this altercation. And this is basically self-defense. And I guess we're going to have to wait until we see the security
Who
footage.
is his lawyer saying that he was attacked by? The
His
Alicia Johnson?
ex-girlfriend, yes.
Well, if
Which
that's the
again,
case,
if
then
we
I mean that's a whole
here's
different bag. But
here's the thing. The cream. It's the cream.
it's
Gotta
the cream.
remember. The
Yeah.
cream. The cream will
Cash rules.
Yeah, it will
Yeah.
make you fucking crazy.
Wow. Well, I, for one, cannot wait to see the video cam footage of this one.
I'm waiting for the security because it happened in a hotel.
Yeah.
So there's
So
security footage everywhere.
multiple angles everywhere. Yeah.
Yes.
You want to talk about the board with the red string? There you go.
This episode there's a lot of
Yeah.
that's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
What
A
what's
wheel
what,
and a
what's that
chalkboard.
what's that cat's name?
What cat?
The guy he's looking for?
The
Charlie. Who's he looking for in the mailroom?
Pepe Silver?
Pepe Silva. Thank you.
It's not a cat. It was a person.
No,
Pepe Silva's
cat.
Pep.
Cat. Hey,
Oh, oh,
I'm going back to old
you're
funk
going.
days.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, who's this cat right here?
Okay.
Nah,
I was like,
you know what
but
it is,
I'm
Sarah.
but it's also Charlie loved cats, kitten mittens.
Well,
So
he knew
it all kind of.
He also
He would
studied
eat cat
bird law
food.
too. So
Yes.
yeah,
Listen,
yeah,
challenge you to a duel.
yeah.
Okay.
No, all right. All right, that's going to do it here for us in a Pickle. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Like, follow, subscribe, and share
Scribe?
all of our... Subscribe. Did I say scribe?
You said scribe.
I'm just trying to be hip with the kids now.
Is that what
No?
they say? Scribe?
They say things so much less than what they are.
But scribe means to write.
All right, write us a fucking letter in the mail. I don't know. You know what? Do whatever you can to boost us up. Rate and review. Scribe us. Subscribe. Scribe. Whatever you want to do. I don't know. Sarah's... You know what? It's... Everybody who's listening, I apologize. Sarah, it is her birthday. She has gotten a year older and a year more senile. So,
True.
yeah. IAPradio.com for all that. You want to join a network of supporting podcasters, go to MaydayMediaNetwork.com. Join the Mayday today, and or just listen to all of the podcasts, which I think is only 4 now because I'm not sure what some of the podcasts are doing. Follow Sarah at Daddy-O Sports Cards on the Instagram and listen to her other podcast, Generation Mixtape, gmtpod.com. You can go over there and say happy birthday to her and or tell her that whatever. Do whatever.
Yeah.
I realized that Joe, I was editing the next episode, or a couple episodes ahead, the B-Sides wedding, and it determined that Joe has never been to a wedding. So, it's okay. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Joe. Again, Joe, you got 2 blasts in this episode. Thank you so much for listening.
Oh, look at you finger blasting, Joe.
Yeah, well, you know, finger blast. Used to be my favorite rap group. I'll tell you a story about that out there. All right, Sarah, you got anything else?
I got nothing.
All right.
Thanks for the birthday wishes,
Hey,
sir.
you know what? Thank you for... Actually, I should probably thank your mom for giving birth to you.
And thank my dad, because that came from his nuts.
All right, boy, sorry, Alec. I'm Dave-O, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye. From his nuts.
Oh.
These nuts.
Sarah D's nuts.
This has been a Mayday Media production.